A 22-year-old rock climber just did the impossible. He broke a record held by one of the greatest distance runners in history. The torch has been passed. On January 24th, 2026 in Boston, Hobbs Kessler did something nobody thought was possible. He broke a world record that had stood for almost 19 years, a record set by Kenenisa Bekele, one of the greatest distance runners who ever lived, and Hobbs did it with a finishing kick that left everyone speechless. This is the story of how a rock climber with long hair and an unconventional background became a world record holder, and how he outkicked an Olympic medalist to take down a legend. Kenenisa Bekele set the 2,000-meter indoor world record on February 17, 2007 in Birmingham, England. He ran 4 minutes 49.99. The final 300 meters was spectacular. Bekele had a finishing kick nobody could match. Bekele was the most dominant distance runner on the planet. He held world records in the 5,000 and 10,000 meters. He won Olympic gold in 2004 and 2008. He won 4 straight world championships from 2003 to 2009. And from 2002 to 2006, he won both short and long races at World Cross Country Championships every single year. No other runner has ever done that. The 2,000-meter record was just another mark in Bekele's legendary career. For 18 years and 11 months, nobody could break it, until Hobbs Kessler showed up in Boston. Hobbs Kessler was not supposed to be a world record holder. He was supposed to be a rock climber. Born March 15, 2003 in Ann Arbor, Michigan, Hobbs started climbing when he was 3 years old. His parents built a climbing wall in their house that eventually became 27 feet wide and 12 feet high with a 45-degree overhang. Hobbs competed nationally. He represented the United States at the 2019 IFSC Climbing Youth World Championships. In 2019, he climbed Southern Smoke at Red River Gorge in Kentucky. That route is rated 5.14C, elite-level climbing. Running was not the plan. Going into freshman year of high school, his parents made him join cross-country. Just 1 season to find community. Hobbs agreed. That 1 season changed everything. He went from barely breaking 5 minutes in the mile as a freshman to the fastest 17-year-old in U.S. history. On February 7, 2021, as a high school senior, Hobbs ran 3 minutes 57.66 in the mile. That broke the U.S. high school indoor mile record. That made him the 12th American high schooler to break 4 minutes. 1 day before the 2021 Olympic trials, Hobbs turned professional. He signed with Adidas at 18 years old, and he gave up college to chase his dreams. The 2024 Paris Olympics were supposed to be Hobbs's breakthrough. He qualified for both the 800 meters and 1,500 meters. First American male to make the Olympic 800 meters and 1,500 meters double since 1976. But he did not make it out of the heats in either event. Then he failed to make the 2025 World Championships team. He finished 4th at U.S. Championships. Hobbs was devastated. He told NBC Sports he was deeply disappointed. He trained hard all year for nothing. It was tough to come back, but his training group helped him through it. The Very Nice Track Club in Ann Arbor with coach Ron Warhurst, training partners including Olympians Bryce Hoppel and Nick Willis. They helped him find joy in training again. Everything started clicking. On January 23rd, 1 day before Boston, Cole Hawker set an American 2,000-meter record at 4:52.92. That record lasted less than 24 hours. The New Balance Indoor Grand Prix in Boston on January 24th was the first gold-level meet of the 2026 World Athletics Indoor Tour. The 2,000 meters featured a stacked field. Hobbs Kessler was entered, so was Grant Fisher. Fisher is a 2-time Olympic medalist. He holds the world record in the 3,000 meters. He is one of the best distance runners in the world. The pacemaker was Davis Bove. He took the race out fast. Hobbs and Grant stayed behind the pacer through the early laps. The plan was to weather the storm. Hobbs' coaches told him to run the race like a mile, sit in the discomfort, and then unleash his kick. When Bove stepped off the track, Kessler stayed behind Fisher. Fisher tried to keep the pace going as long as he could. He wanted to make it hard for everyone behind him. Fisher was pushing, but Hobbs was waiting. On the backstretch of the final lap, Hobbs made his move. He went around Fisher, and he never looked back. Fisher dug deep. He tried to respond, but he did not have that extra gear. Hobbs had the closing speed, and Fisher could not match it. According to the electronic timing, Hobbs ran the final 100 meters in 13.02 seconds. Fisher ran 13.66. That difference was the race. Hobbs crossed the finish line in 4 minutes, 48.79. He broke Kenenisa Bekele's world record of 4 minutes 49.99 by more than a full second. It was the run of his life. Grant Fisher finished second in 4 minutes, 49.48 seconds. That time also broke Bekele's old world record. 2 Americans went under a mark that had stood for almost 19 years. On the same day, in the same race, it was history. Hobbs Kessler could not believe what he had done. He had just broken a record held by one of the greatest distance runners in history. The same Kenenisa Bekele who won 3 Olympic gold medals. The same Bekele who held world records and won world championships year after year. The same Bekele who dominated the sport for a decade. After the race, Hobbs told reporters it was hard. The pace went out fast. He tried to sit in the discomfort. He tried to weather the storm. And when the moment came, he unleashed his kick. That kick had been there all along. The same kick he used to win high school races. The same kick he used to set American records. And now, the same kick that made him a world record holder. Grant Fisher was gracious in defeat. He told reporters he knew when the pacer stepped off that he had to keep it going. He kept the pace as long as he could. But when Hobbs went around him, Fisher tried to respond. He just did not have that burst of speed at the end. Hobbs had the extra gear. And on this day, Fisher played the role of pacer perfectly. He pushed the pace. He made it fast. And he helped Hobbs break a world record. The performance was redemption for Hobbs. After a disappointing 2025, he proved that he belongs with the best in the world. He is only 22 years old. He has a bronze medal from the 2024 World Indoor Championships. He briefly held the world record in the road mile, and now he holds the 2,000-meter indoor world record. What makes Hobbs' story unique is his background. He did not grow up running, he grew up climbing, and climbing shaped who he is as a runner. Climbing taught Hobbs how to be uncomfortable. When you are hanging on a rock face, you push through discomfort. You stay calm when muscles are burning. Those skills translate to distance running. The 2,000 meters is painful, but Hobbs knows how to handle pain. His goal is to be the first person to run a sub 4-minute mile, climb a 5.15 route, and send a V15 boulder. That combination would be unprecedented. He is chasing greatness in 2 completely different sports. He still climbs. He still loves it, but running has become his identity. The rock climber became a world record holder, and he is just getting started. The 2,000 meters is not an Olympic event, but it proves who has speed, endurance, and a finishing kick. Hobbs has all 3. The 2026 indoor season continues with Millrose Games in New York and World Indoor Championships in March in Poland, where Hobbs will chase 1,500 meters gold after winning bronze in 2024. Beyond that, the outdoor season brings World Championships and Diamond League meets, and eventually the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. At 25, he'll be in his prime age for a middle-distance runner. If he continues improving, he could be a medal contender. Bekele's record stood for 18 years and 11 months. How long will Hobbs' last? Grant Fisher came close with 4 minutes 49.48. Other runners will target the mark. For now, the rock climber with long hair is the world record holder. He proved redemption is possible, and he proved a finishing kick can change everything. On January 24, 2026 in Boston, the torch was passed. From Kenenisa Bekele to Hobbs Kessler.